In this video, I'm going to help you get your Whirlpool refrigerator ice maker working again. Before we jump in, take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. It really helps us keep creating more helpful troubleshooting videos just like this one. Alright, first things first, let's rule out the basics. Start by resetting the ice maker. Turn it off, turn it back on, then power the fridge off and back on. When I tried this on my Whirlpool, I had new ice in about 30 minutes. So try this first, it might just need a quick reset. There are a few more quick things you'll want to check before we go any further. If the reset didn't work, the next thing to check is the water filter, especially if you haven't replaced it lately. A clogged or bad filter can restrict water flow and stop ice production. Filters should be replaced every 6 months, but using the wrong filter or installing it incorrectly can also cause problems. So make sure it's seated properly and the seals are tight. You'll find a link to a recommended replacement filter down in the comments. Another important thing to check is your home's water pressure. If the pressure is too low, the ice maker won't work properly. A qualified plumber can quickly test your water pressure and confirm whether it's within the recommended range. The last simple thing to check is the thermostat. If it's faulty, it won't signal the ice maker to start producing ice. Test it for continuity with a multimeter, and if there's no continuity, it's time to replace it. If none of that fixed the problem, don't worry. Let's jump into the next steps. Now this one is huge. Check the temperature at the ice maker. If it's too warm, the ice maker will not make ice, period. It won't even cycle unless the mold temperature drops below 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Use a remote sensing thermometer and check the freezer temperature. If it's not cold enough, turn it down and let it cool. Adding ice from another source can help bring the temperature down faster. Once it's cold enough, try making ice again. And if things still seem off, the thermostat may be acting up, and it might be time to replace it. Alright, now let's check out the ice maker itself. Sometimes a cube gets stuck in there and jams everything up. Just reach in carefully and see if you can free it. Sometimes that's all it takes to get it making ice again. Alright, next step, remove and reinstall the ice maker. Take out the 3 screws and the plug, clear any ice, and make sure nothing's jammed. A frozen auger or blockage can stop a Whirlpool ice maker cold. Once it's clean and thawed, plug it back in, check if it fills with water, and make sure all connections are secure. This simple step can fix jams, reset the mechanism, and get your ice maker running again. Alright, here's another big one. Check for broken wires at the bottom of the freezer door. This happens a lot on some Whirlpool side-by-side models. Opening the door too hard can tug on the wires to the ice maker and snap them. To fix it, unplug the fridge, remove the bottom grill or panel, and inspect the wire loom. Sometimes the wires look fine but are broken inside. Pull gently. If it stretches, it's broken. Splice in about 6 inches of new wire for each broken one, plug it back in, and you're good to go. Simple, but it can save your ice maker from stopping completely. If your Whirlpool ice maker still isn't making ice, here's another big thing to check. Look at the fill tube at the back of the ice maker. It may be frozen. You'll also want to check the main water inlet line, because both of these are very common problem areas. This usually happens due to a slow drip from a faulty water inlet valve or cold air leaks. Start by defrosting the fill tube. Use a hairdryer on a low heat setting and gently thaw the tube at the back of the ice maker. Keep the dryer moving. Don't focus the heat in one spot. Once it's thawed, blow air through the fill tube. It should feel completely clear. Next, check the main water supply line behind the fridge. If it's frozen, gently thaw it using room temperature air or a hairdryer on low. Make sure the line isn't kinked or pressed against very cold surfaces. When everything is thawed, reconnect the water line and run the ice maker. If it fills with water and completes a full cycle, you're good to go. If the water inlet line isn't frozen, the problem is probably the inlet valve. If the valve has failed, the ice maker won't fill with water when it calls for it, and that stops ice production. So if your ice maker is cycling but is still not making ice, check the valve. If you have a multimeter, just test it first. Grab the fridge tech sheet. It'll tell you the voltage you should be seeing. But first, make sure water is reaching the valve. If the valve is dead, replace it and run the ice maker again. In my experience, this fixes the problem most of the time. I've linked the original replacement in the comments to help you get the right one. Alright, in this final part, I'm going to show you a couple of powerful fixes that are absolutely worth trying if your Whirlpool fridge ice maker still isn't working. To start, consider installing an optics board kit. You can see it on the screen. This part is actually designed specifically to fix this issue. The optics board scans ice levels in your container. When it fails, your ice maker can stop working completely. To check if you need it, enter diagnostics mode on your fridge using the instructions from your tech sheet. If the unit fills with water while in test mode, that means the optics sensors are at fault. I've included a link to the part and you'll find installation instructions there as well. It's another simple, straightforward repair that can get your ice maker back up and running. Next, check the ice maker shutoff arm. Yes, a bad or stuck shutoff arm on a Whirlpool fridge can completely stop ice production. If the arm can move freely or get stuck in the up or full position, the ice maker thinks the bin is full and shuts itself off. Start by checking for ice buildup or debris around the arm. Gently free it and make sure it's in the down or on position. After that, you can also try resetting the unit. But if the arm is broken or damaged, it needs to be replaced. I've linked the correct replacement part in the comments. The final suspect is the entire ice maker unit itself. And at this point, your best bet is usually replacing it. To confirm, remove the white front cover. Inside, you'll see terminals marked T and H. Jump these with a wire to force the ice maker into a test cycle, but only when the door switch is engaged. If it won't advance through the cycle, the ice maker is bad. The best part is that replacement is pretty straightforward. When installing the new ice maker, make sure you line up the fill tube correctly. Also, your new ice maker may or may not come with the shutoff arm, the metal arm that moves up and down. If it doesn't, simply transfer it from the old ice maker to the new one. I've linked the recommended replacement part in the comments to make things easy.